Good afternoon, students. Today's our new theme is analyzing the role of case study on teaching ESP. Now we will look through the PPT for a PowerPoint presentation on the new theme, analyzing the role of case study on teaching ESP. Let's look through. So, there is given the plan of the theme. The first one is why use cases, common case elements, advantages to the use of case studies in class, guidelines for using case studies in class, accompanying readings, reading the case discussion, and evaluating performance. So, what is a case study? And common review about using case study in ESP class. Teachers interested in involving their students more fully in classroom discussion have found that case studies can provide a rich basis for developing students' problem-solving and decision-making skills. While the curricula at business, law, and medical schools have for many years been based on analysis of real-world cases, professors in a variety of disciplines have been finding that an occasional case study can help them assess students' ability to synthesize, evaluate, and apply information and concepts learned in lectures and texts. Cases can help us organize and bring to life abstract and disparate concepts by forcing students to make difficult decisions about complex human dilemmas. So, there is given why use cases. Before beginning answering this question, we have to answer what is case study. The term case study covers a wide range of problems posed for analysis, but most types include several key elements. Most cases are either based on real events or are constructions of events which could reasonably take place. They tell a story, one involving issues or conflicts which need to be resolved through. Most case studies don't have one obvious or clear solution. The information contained in a case study might be complex, including charts, graphs, and relevant historical background materials, or simple, a human story that illustrates a difficult situation requiring a decision. Traditional case studies in fields such as economics, public policy, or international affairs can contain detailed historical information, including statistical data, relevant legal or governmental policy, and the arguments by various agencies for actions to be taken. But case studies are increasingly being written from a more personal perspective, involving real characters and actual situations. Indeed, a survey of faculty and students at Harvard Business School found that what engages students most in examples placing the students in the greatest position would be much more effective learning experience. So, many students are more inductive than deductive reasoners, which means that they learn better from examples than from logical development starting with basic principles. The use of case studies can therefore be a very effective classroom technique. Case studies have long been used in business schools, law schools, medical schools, and the social sciences, but they can be used in any discipline when instructors want students to explore how what they have learned applies to real-world situations. Cases come in many formats, from a simple "what would you do in this situation?" question to a detailed description of a situation with accompanying data to analyze. Whether to use a simple scenario type case or complex detailed one depends on your course objectives. Most case assignments require students to answer an open-ended question or develop a solution to an open-ended problem with multiple potential solutions. Requirements can range from a one-paragraph answer to a fully developed group action plan, proposal, or decision. So, common case elements. What is common case elements? The first one is a decision maker. It is a person who is grappling with some question or problem that needs to be solved. Next, a description of the problem's context. A law, an industry, a family. Third one, supporting data, which can range from data tables to links to URLs, quoted statements or testimony, supporting documents, images, videos, or audios. Case assignments can be done individually or in teams so that the students can brainstorm solutions and share the workload. So, if I tell you goals of using case study, as with other teaching methods, the effective use of case studies requires instructors to determine the specific goals they hope to accomplish. In general terms, cases can assess the application of concepts to complex real-world situations, including building analytic skills, distinguish high priority from low priority elements. Working in groups on cases also helps students to develop interpersonal skills and the capacity to work in a team, goals that some instructors rate highly and evaluate. Cases also help students make connections between what they might otherwise consider to be separate disciplines. For example, they see the need to draw upon principles in economics, environmental studies, and ethics to solve problems in urban planning, or the need to use historical, philosophical, and sociological materials to make a decision about carrying out anthropological project. So there are given advantages of using case studies in class. The first one is problem solving. We talked about above. Analytical tools, quantitative and qualitative depending on the case. Decision making in complex situations. And coping with ambiguities. Guidelines for using case studies in class. In the most straightforward application, the presentation of the case study establishes a framework for analysis. It is helpful if the statement of the case provides enough information for the students to figure out solutions and then to identify how to apply those solutions in other similar situations. Instructors may choose to use several cases so that students can identify both the similarities and differences among the cases. So, depending on the course objectives, the instructor may encourage students to follow a systematic approach to their analysis. For example, teacher may ask such kind of questions. What is the issue? What is the goal of the analysis? What is the context of the problem? What key facts should be considered? What alternatives are available to the decision maker? What would you recommend and why? So, what is the issue? In this question, you must speak about the meaning of the issue, peculiarities of the issue. And the next question, what is the goal of the analysis? So, in this question, you must speak about the goals of the analysis. What is the advantages of the analysis? And next question, what is the context of the problem? In this question, you may speak about the context, the meaning of the problem. What are they? You can count them. What key facts should be considered? So in this question, you can speak about the facts that must be considered.